Figure it'd probably be best to start this video off looking at something a little prettier than me. Nature. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I got a lot going on. So my videos typically are unedited and unfiltered. Most of which because I don't have the means to do any editing, basically. But unfiltered because I believe that that's what we need right now. You know, with everything that's going on around the world, we need honesty, truth, and positivity and support. So following along with the unfiltered aspect, I'm going to give a little background on myself. Not going to go too much in detail, but so I am a homeless, disabled military veteran. I currently stay in transitional housing in a blue state. Been here much longer than I was hoping to be. A lot of which because, you know, my dealings with the VA is a constant battle, and everybody's out to try to get their piece of meat, you know. I stay in transitional housing, and I'm ashamed. You know, as a military veteran, seeing the way we are treated, you know, men and women that have volunteered to put their lives on the line to fight for their countries, and I'm living in a facility with younger individuals that look down their noses at us and talk down to us, and some of the older individuals are more concerned about staff safety than what's best for the vets. We've got mold issues. I'm pretty sure we have asbestos issues because it's an old building. And they alarm all the doors like we're prisoners. On top of that, you know, I've personally had to professionally dry clean and throw away quite a few of my personal items, some of which were irreplaceable due to mold in my room, which is a known issue because I've got tons and tons of pictures over the last year, time-lapse basically, showing the mold issue and their lazy attempts to fix it. And I've submitted 3 claims to try to get reimbursement for my personal items that I've lost, and I was told by the new regime that's going to be a bit difficult. Yet I'm being harassed and threatened with being put on the streets for not paying them rent. So my main reason for putting this stuff out there is so anybody that's watching these videos can see that you're not alone. I know it's tough. The world's in a tailspin right now. So many good-hearted, good soul-having people are suffering, struggling to put food on the table, struggling to pay their bills, stressed about taking care of their children. And I get it. I have daughters of my own, and there's times where you feel like a failure because you want to do more. So I wanted to make this video to let you all know that you're not alone. You know, we're here for you. You don't need to be alone through these struggles. And to tell you that things are going to get better. They have to. There's no choice but for things to turn around in a big way. And as somebody that's been awake, per se, for for a few years, I can tell you that there is a lot going on right now by good guys to try to turn things around. And things are going to get better. There's stuff happening every day. A lot more is becoming visual in a public way so that regular everyday people can see that there are changes that are going on. There's, I've talked about in the past about there being a financial changeover, which is huge. We all need this in a big way. I've got plans beyond, my daughter's futures and getting my life right. I've got plans for helping out others once this happens. And I can tell you that after the video I watched just a little bit ago, these big changes are expected to happen any time now. It's going to take a while to get to everybody, but this stuff is going on, and there are people all over the world that are actually already seeing the changes. Mortgages wiped out, student loans wiped out, car notes, clean slate. That's all part of this change for the better. There's two changes that are in the works. Well, that's being discussed. And the evil change would keep us a slave to the current financial system. That's not going to happen. Now, the good change is happening. It's happening as I speak. Sadly, it's taking longer than most of us would like it to be. But things are going to get better. It's changing by the day. There's amazing things happening behind the scenes. And things are going to turn around in a big way for all of us. So think of the struggles, the worries, the stress that we have now. Do your best to keep your faith. Pray if you need to. I do every night. Keep that faith. Talk to somebody. Don't keep it in. I've got a bad habit of doing that. I shut myself down and I keep it all in, But know that this is very soon. This is all going to change in a major way, and we'll all look back on this as a huge learning experience. The time that I've gone through in the situation I'm in now, I've learned a lot about myself. And decisions that I would have made a couple years ago financially aren't even as big of a concern now. You learn to be a bit more selfless. You learn to think about others. Unfortunately, some of us do put ourselves in a bad situation because we spend so much time and effort to be there for others, and we end up with the short end of the stick. And I promise that's going to change too. Doing good for others is going to end up being rewarded in a matter of speaking. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you feeling you're getting screwed over for helping somebody else, that good will come back twofold, if not more. And that's the world that we're meant to live in. So before this video gets too long, and it takes me forever to upload it, I just wanted to get this out there. Anybody that's watching this, you're not alone. I know it's tough. I know it's stressful. And things are going to change. And if there's any good guys out there that have any abilities to pull that trigger, this video is proof alone that we need this to happen now, today, yesterday. Not in weeks, not months. There's good people all around the world right now that are suffering way more than they should be. So get out there and let somebody pull out in front of you. Yeah, help somebody in line. Say thank you to somebody holding that door open. And know that things are changing for the better. You're not alone. You're loved. You're appreciated. And the Lord's always with us. Love, peace, and chicken grease.